Heyo. So, we have no companion on. We have Zenric equipped as the focus school, so we have like no floating passives or anything boosting our damage. These only affect melee. This is strength, this is armor, this is casting speed, so there's no Archon shards giving any boosts. We're on Umbra, no weapon boosting for primaries or anything like that, so you know it's just the Torid by itself. Um, Evolution 1, you don't get a choice. Evolution 2, I chose Final Fusillade. Evolution 3, I chose Extended Volley. It's not actually that needed. You could also do Swift Deliverance, but I just prefer the extra ammo because I do use the base mode on occasion. For the final evolution, I use this one, Commodore's Fortune. Increases the base critical chance by quite a hefty amount. And as for the build, this is the build. We run Galvanized Aptitude, Galvanized Chamber, critical delay, so our crit chance is very good. Critical delay specifically. In the Incarn mode, we don't need critical delay. We just need the base crit mod, which is Point Strike, to reach over 100% crit. But I run critical delay, so I have crits in base mode, because I also use base mode a little bit. Which I know I shouldn't, but it's what I prefer. Vital Sense for crit damage. We have Rhyme Rounds and Malignant Force on to create Viral, as well as increase our status. Thermite Rounds for more status. Hunter Munitions. This build I have equipped right now is a very beginner on Steel Path kind of good build. Once you're deeper in or doing more advanced content, Hunter Munitions really falls off. In that case, I would recommend putting on another mod. Probably like something like Hammer Shot or Prime Shred. But if you're fighting that mid-rim enemies, this is acceptable. As for the Exilus, I put on Vigilante Supplies. You don't have to do this, but the reason I run it is just because of the passive. 5% chance to enhance crit hits from primary weapons. It's not that meaningful. Honestly, there could be nothing here, and this build isn't too different. I run primary merciless because I'm lazy. The Torid doesn't require headshots to evolve, unlike every other Incarn. So sometimes I'll just bring it because I want to be a lazy Susan. So yeah, that's the build. We'll do an Orkin battle group. We'll do it at level 225, and we'll turn it on Steel Path. Oh, forgot to freeze their AI. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. I was like, oh, are they going to go back? Saw the one guy returning. They're behaving well. Where are the other ones? Oh. Hello there. Why is he running in the wall? That's interesting. There's that guy. Alright. So as we saw, didn't really have too many issues there, but they were a little bit spread out, so let's put them back together where they normally would be. Those two would have died if I didn't, if I stopped shooting because of the status procs, but I just like to shoot the gun. It's a funny beam. It go, burn, and then things die. I think he might die. And yeah, that's the Torid Incarn. Base mode isn't like super fancy in terms of what it does, but it can be pretty helpful. See, they just one-shot that guy. One-shot that guy. And then it's like also like doing some good like status, which I know isn't like the super best thing, but like, I mean, as you can see, even just like the non-Incarn form on this specific build's like doing really good. Which again, I don't think anyone, if you have the Torid Incarnons using the base mode, I like it. Just because sometimes in when I'm about to like transform it, enemies will go through like really narrow pathways, like maybe something like this, and I could just And then also while doing that, get my Incarn on meter charge, because it only usually like takes 2 or 3 shots to fill it. Then I can transform it, and then they're also kind of at that point sort of prime, so aptitude does a little bit better, which is also another advantage of this weapon. It gets to be a Punisher and a Primer all in one. Not the best Primer, because it's only really forcing Viral, Heat, Toxin, and thanks 100 Munition Slash, but I mean, considering the damage ticks it does, it's usually more than enough to just kind of rip through an enemy. Yeah, that's my build for the Torid Incarn, and also how it performs. But just in case, I'm going to take this exact thing I'm currently wielding, exact Excalibur, Torid, all this exact thing, and I'm going to just do a quick little Steel Path mission just to show it off as well. I know. I need to do a lot more Steel Path, but I'm busy helping people and stuff. And events and whatnot. But yeah, we do have Mott. This is the Steel Path Mott, so this is the final, well, original final, because, then they added Zerman and, all the other stuff. But for the original Star Trek, this is the original ending node. So we're quite a good ways in. We are on friends only, so no one should be really showing up.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
I will trust in my training and my build crafting session. Thank you.
Trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary.
See, this is like a really good spot for like the base one, because it kind of like allowed me to build it up, and also kind of like choke them a bit. Endangered here. Yeah, this build more likely relies on immediate murder for survivability. So, I kind of don't have any survivability tools right now. So Excalibur might die a bit, which isn't great. But, what are you gonna do? I just really want to make sure and show you, yeah, this weapon, this build, it is enough. It is sufficient. I don't bring too many weapons to level cap, mostly because I'm concerned of performance. Because sometimes at higher levels it gets a little bit annoying. And again, Hunter Munitions definitely falls off towards the later end. But, yeah, I've brought this to level cap. It is powerful. As I'm failing to resurrect myself here. Oh well, live and learn. That's what I get for not bringing any survival tools.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area.
But we're trying to, again, make sure there's as minimal things on, so you really do believe it is just the weapon. Uh-oh. I think that's a Kuvalich. Alright, ignore the Kuvalich. Or attempt to ignore it. Their damage numbers aren't going to show up, so you can trust that the damage numbers you're seeing are from my weapon. See, we just saw that guy get murdered, no damage numbers. Of course, obviously, I'm not running any sentinels, secondaries, melee weapons. I mean, I guess I could summon the Exalted. Not going to. I just really want to make sure no one gets any misconstrusions. Also, just to, again, really just show her it's a good weapon. When you combine it with secondaries that can prime, when you combine it with warframes that can boost its damage, through whether that be Eclipse, Roar, other means, it can do very funny amounts of damage. Well, just trying to see if I can redeem myself here.
Additional life support has arrived.
Hey! The redemption was real. I wonder why the privilege actually is still here now I'm thinking about it. I honestly forgot I owned any that weren't dead. Oh, I remember. He's actually my first one I ever got. He's really bad. It was the Torid. But back then we had self-damage, so it was more like the Torid, I'ma die. And no one wants the not COVID. Kuva, I wanna die. But, you know, such good life. He's gone now, so we can really do trust in the fact that everything is the cooch. Transforming thyself from sphere of light. Grant me glory in this bloody fight. Heavens knows I need it. Wall there. I believe there's an acolyte about to show up, and I cannot health restore again. Oh dear. Well. As you can see, even acolytes are not the hugest fan of the Torid. As he nothing personnel me, kid. That's not horrifying. I might just need to go do a quick little run around. Run around. Oh, he is nothing personnel into me frequently. Where'd he go?
The operative has just made their first discovery.
Aye.
Keep up the good work.
Where'd you go?
When you need it, extraction is ready.
I'm gonna build up the charge so I have a full charge for him. Yeah. There's only so much I could do without any survival tools, it would appear. But again, I'm proving that the Torid itself is a very good gun.
Life support activated.
Because again, you can really see I have like nothing on. I'm literally down to the britches, but this thing still cleaves a crowd. And the mods aren't too bad. Critical delay can be a bit of a pain. Absolutely. And again, Vigilante Supply really isn't doing much. It'll occasionally turn a yellow to a red. Whoop-de-doo. It's not too important. So the only real mods that you really need are the galvanized ones, which I gave you, Kitten. So I know you got them, and I went out of my way to get a bunch of high-tan treasures, so I was able to upgrade them all so that they're 2 away from max, so that you're all powered up and ready to go. So yeah, that's the Torid and the Torid Incarn. It's a lot of people say it is the best weapon in the game. I do not believe it is the best weapon in the game. I have seen better performances, but those weapons all have caveats. They all have like things about them that mean they're not permanent, or they're exalted, or there were very specific conditions and build-arounds for those weapons to get them there in those conditions. I think the Torid is the best weapon in the game at adapting, because there's no situation in which it's bad. You can build for it. You can like put on, like if I were to, in my secondary slot, put on the Epitaph and use that to prime the enemies before I start firing the gun, it's going to do a lot more damage, right? And if I, again, give it weapon buffs, it's going to do a lot more damage. So I'm not saying you can't build around Torid Incarn. You totally can. It's just you don't have to. It's a very powerful gun, insular of itself. And because of its chain beam properties, and also the fact that it's a really powerful single target beam, it's a really good gun in pretty much every circumstance imaginable. Are you fighting a boss? It's good. Are you fighting hordes of enemies? You're good. Are you fighting low-level enemies? It'll clear them. Are you fighting mid-level enemies? It'll clear them. Are you fighting level cap? It'll slowly rip through them. Absolutely. It is just really powerful. just because, you know, why not? The epitaph I have on as a primer, just because I said, you know, hey, if you have it on, you know, and you prime the enemies before you shoot them, you will do more damage. I did want to show what that looks like. Again, mind you, you might have seen better numbers earlier from the Torid. Be aware that that was because of primary merciless, the arcane. Because as you kill enemies, you just get a bunch of free raw damage. And because of how this gun works, being a beam weapon, it buffs every individual tick, which means like even small damage buffs will go a very large distance on this weapon. As you just saw there, we're at max merciless. Well, we're at max merciless. Prime them, and they did go quicker than they did before. And also, while I'm here, might as well. I think I have an Excalibur with Roar. I believe it's power. Yes. Mind you, due to the Hemoth, Roar is not as powerful as if it was on Rhino with the same power strength, but such is life. A quick little Roar. And again, just using Roar. And we had no Merciless stacks at the start of it. You can go back and even double check. It's because I went in the arsenal and changed things. But yeah, that went like, woo! And then if we combine all of it, right? Prime them. We still have Roar active. And we have Merciless. Yeah. They don't really stand too much of a chance. But yeah, I hope this helps you. I know it probably went a little long, but I just wanted to, you know, visual, be like, hey, you know, put my money where my mouth is, you know. Hope it helps. Thank you.